Hey Cancer, how's it going? My name is Dre, and this is your reading for September of 2017. If you want a reading, email me. Thank you to everybody that's gotten a reading. Let's just get right into it. Yeah, center of the reading, I'm using Tarot of the Apocalypse. We have the Queen of Wands. We have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Emperor. Four of Pentacles, Eight of Wands in reverse, King of Pentacles, Five of Wands in reverse, Six of Wands, and the Nine of Wands. Outcome, we have Ace of Pentacles in reverse. An additional card, we have the Seven of Cups in reverse. Kind of wanted to go up right there, but... Okay, so there are a lot of people, and there are a lot of wands, which is very interesting. So what I feel like, there's so many stories here. Well, the main one is really, it's time for you guys to really put your all into something, especially if you feel like you haven't been able to do that lately. And I know like Mercury, as I'm recording this, it just went out of retrograde, or it's coming out of retrograde. It's no longer in retrograde, whatever. There's a whole technical thing. Yeah, in terms of that, I feel like, that was probably getting you guys hung up in terms of communicating with other people, communicating with somebody, mixed signals, mixed messages, which is how I feel the Eight of Wands in reverse. But I'm really seeing this more as a time of, one, allowing yourself to take control of some things, but also understanding, it's like wiping the slate clean, I guess, would be a good way to put it. Starting over, and whatever is going to be new, obviously, with this Ace of Pentacles in reverse, it's not going to be immediate, and it's going to be something that you probably have to work extra hard for. And it's probably not going to be something that you even feel like it's all that great, because we're in Virgo season, and for Cancer, Virgo is trying to see. Virgo is like the third house. I want to say. I'm pretty sure it's the third house. Yeah. So in terms of getting you guys, it's like communications in order. In terms of, especially because we had Mercury going retrograde through Virgo. Now it's going to pass back through Virgo direct. So now is a good time to at least refocus, get all your thoughts in order, because we do have planets changing signs later this year. We are coming just out of eclipse season, which was pretty rough. And I feel like that eclipse in itself probably led you guys to some new insights, or at least open the door a little bit to understanding, like, especially since, Leo and Aquarius is your second and eighth house, probably trying to become more acquainted with ways to make money, where you've been slacking in terms of, are you even in control of your life enough to where you'll, you're able to go out and do what you love and make money by doing it. And are you not closing yourself off to potential opportunities, or allowing other people to really take advantage of you? And so the focus for this month is to stay focused on what it is that you can control, what it is that is easy for you to sort of preside over, And it's really going to take some initiative on your behalf, I really feel like, because you might feel helpless, you might feel hopeless in the fact that, or you might just feel stuck and like just so in like your own pattern with this Four of Pentacles, and that you don't really want to go out and try to do anything different, or you don't have to. And I forgot what other sign I told this, but little effort makes it all worth it. Because in terms of your interpersonal life, there is a lot of drama, or at least chaos and confusion and exhaustion, particularly if you are married. And there are three court cards here: the King and Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. So there might be like an interloper, or somebody might be feeling a little bit jealous. And if that's the case, it's really time for you to step it up, to make your presence known, to make yourself known, to voice your actions, to voice your opinions. The Queen of Wands is very opinionated. She's seen a lot. She's been through a lot. But she doesn't use that. She doesn't let that like quench her fire. Squelch her fire, I guess is the word. She leads with that. And so some of you, I feel like now's the time to sort of come into this feeling of understanding that if you want your environment to change, if you want the world to change around you, your little world, we obviously can't change the world, but if you want your little piece of the world to change, you have that power, and it's all going to come from your convictions, whether or not you're passionate about it, how passionate you are about it. Are you putting yourself out there? Are you making your feelings known? Are you making your intentions known? And I really see that as a good path for victory with this Six of Wands here. But, there are other things around you that are, there's somebody that's causing a lot of drama. There's a lot of stress. There's a lot of, it could be financially related, since we have the Pentacles here, King of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. It could be financially related. It could also, of course, be related to other people with Eight of Wands in reverse and the Queen of Pentacles here. You're doubting yourself in terms of how to make your money. Maybe somebody's taking the power out of your hands. Like if you have a controlling partner or whatever, they're really making it hard for you to actually go out to earn your keep. Or there might have been a separation, or there's something in the air that's making it seem like, you're questioning your financial stability in general. Will you be able to, if you were alone, or if you did just have your kids and your bare necessities, would you be able to survive? And I feel like you are, because I'm really feeling like, whenever I see two court cards of the same suit, or Queen and King of the same suit in one deck, I see it as like personal integration. Now it's time for you to fuse these halves of yourself to create some part of you that's going to be more dynamic in terms of getting your things done, getting any projects you need to get done, but also in terms of putting an end to this sort of interpersonal chaos. Obviously we can't control other people. We can't control what other people say or how other people treat us, but we can control how we react to it. Some people just don't warrant a reaction. And when I see Five of Wands in reverse, that's what I think. Like, you should be more focused on getting your shit done and doing what you need to do, instead of worrying about trivial things around you, because I feel like you've elevated from that. Now you're at a point to where you should be looking, because whenever, Virgo season comes, it's the halfway point, for the zodiacs, for the zodiac wheel. So we're looking toward other people, and we're looking toward the future in terms of what we want to bring in and what we want to achieve, or at least that's the mentality. And again, for you guys, it's in your third house, Virgo. So it's important to understand like what needs addressing in terms of your communications, in terms of how because the third house is all the houses are more complicated than they seem, but the third house especially is how we take in information, is how we process it. it's essentially how we learned to take in information as children, like in elementary school. Excuse me, and how our family sort of influenced that. So it's more of that, it's understanding how our community feels and our neighbors. It's that like small scale sort of thing. So what I'm getting at is that it's now will be a great time to like reassess those relationships, reassess the way you process information, the way you take in, what other people are saying. Like, I have a cancer friend who came over the other day, and it seemed like, all her problems are really obvious to me, but she couldn't really process, she was telling me her story and telling me what was going on. It was like, it was obvious to me what she needed to do, but, until she's able to look at it exactly, reality, how it is, like Virgo is, and being able to look at it directly and address it and process it in a way it needs to be processed, she's not going to get much further than me giving out advice that she won't listen to. So, it's that sort of thing, being open to things that are probably a little bit unpleasant or unfamiliar, or that, we don't understand how they're going to help us in the long run, but it will help in the long run. Because again, you've been through a lot, Cancer. You and a few other signs have really been through it. And so now I feel like it's a time to sort of let bygones be bygones. You are owed the liberation and the freedom and the success and the nourishing environment to be able to sustain that, which is what the Emperor is. The Emperor sustains what the Empress has created. The Empress created nature and all the beauty in the world. The Emperor, it's the patriarchy, but it's also giving form to what is formless, if that makes sense. Understanding the proper way to do things for the betterment of everybody, and for you, you might be thinking of family, or you might be thinking of, your partner, or you might be thinking of, your career choice. It could literally be anything. There are no swords and no cups here. So I feel like this is more about recognizing like what matters on the day-to-day level with the pentacles, but also, the action, the effort, and the initiative you're putting into it, into making it work with the wands. And with the Seven of Cups here in reverse, that's simply just, narrowing your focus. Understanding, again, I think I forgot what other sign I told us. It might have been Gemini. Understanding what is worth contemplating and worth getting anxious and nervous about, and what isn't. Obviously, that's always easier said than done, but I feel like there's a part of you that knows this. Even with that ace there, if it is reversed, there's a part of you that understands that it's time for things to sort of come to an end. It's sort of time for things to come full circle again. And I feel that with the Nine of Wands here. As well as the Emperor, I was looking at this, how it looks like he has a wheel. I'm not really sure what that is in this picture. I haven't read the book for this deck yet, but he has that wheel. So it's like, it reminds me of like the Wheel of Fortune, turning that wheel, bringing in something new, something different, something that's going to be healthier for you guys, something that's going to be more, again, the universal message for every sign, something more in line with who you are. How crazy the world is, we can't afford to, this is my perspective as a single male, but, we can't allow ourselves to be pushed around or dictated to by people that don't have our best interests at heart. We have to live the life according to our own wishes, So I pulled a card from the Whispers of Love Oracle deck, and we have show simple acts of kindness. A simple act of kindness can energize you and bring happiness to those around you. So all we need is a change in perspective. All we need is a way to feel a little bit more positive about the circumstances, and it's hard, especially during Virgo season, where we might be a little bit more self-critical. We might be a little bit more anal and worrisome about some things. Um, but it's important to recognize what is in your control and what isn't. And for you guys, I feel like anything can be in your control if you just put that fire behind it. If you understand where your convictions are, what your beliefs are, how you feel, and you express that, and you see to it that the people around you understand that as well. That's important for you guys. Okay, so thank you, Cancer. I will see you guys next month.